Princess Johanna tells the details of how the Taj Mahal came to be, as she describes her own life and her witness to the events surrounding its completion. With exceptional courage, Johanna dares to challenge the bigotry and blindness at court in an effort to save her father from his angry and hate-filled son Aurangzeb. Johanna finds herself faced with intolerable cruelty throughout her life and struggles with her out-of-control angry brother. This excerpt from the novel details Aurangzeb torturing Johanna to get information from her. She's a victim to her brother's rage and brutality, yet she remains proud and defiant in times of duress. She's a princess, yet merely an item to be abused by her brother in a culture where women at the time had little authority or voice in her lives. Beneath the Marble Sky by John Chokes. I noticed Aurangzeb was glaring at me. His eyes made me feel uneasy. Although father may not have fully understood hatred or jealousy, one of his sons did. Slightly before the spring solstice, I became fully aware of the feelings Aurangzeb harbored, and his capacity for treachery. I had sensed his hostility mounting toward all of us. Aurangzeb wore his discontent as blatantly as a sword he'd started to carry. We rarely deserved his scorn, but his outbursts came without warning. I wasn't sure how to measure his moodiness. Aurangzeb reminded me of a bee. For how often I'd been stung for no particular reason? Perhaps these troublesome insects believed me to be threatening. Aurangzeb in many respects had a similar disposition. He drifted in his own world most days, but when he felt slighted, whoever was near might get stung. I experienced my first real wound on a warm afternoon. I had last seen my brother many years previous, and my eyes widened in shock. Aurangzeb looked as if time had sucked the vigor from him. He was much thinner than I remembered. His face was deeply lined, though not with wrinkles and laughter, but of vexation. His beard was gray and his hair had receded. He limped as he came forward, and I wondered in what matter he had been wounded. An uncomfortable silence followed. "You look old, woman. What ails you?" "Your stench." Aurangzeb grunted. I saw at his eyes, which seemed lifeless. "Did you know, sinner, that last week there was another attempt on my life?" Before I could comment, he added, "Poison this time. A poisoned arrow was shot into my tent that struck my bodyguard instead of me." "I'm sorry to hear." "That it failed," he finished, his ire palpable. Father weakly shuffled forward. "We had no idea, my son, of where you were a week ago. Surely you don't think Johanna was responsible. It wasn't her doing." Aurangzeb disregarded him. He stepped closer to me, and I rose to face him. "You told me about your snake. You boasted that your assassin would place it in my bed. You threatened me, your brother. Even now you confront me, you foolish, useless woman. Without your assassin, you'd be nothing to me. I believe he still lives." "He does." "Well, what would happen if I discovered his name? What if you told me his name and I killed him?" "I'll never tell you." "Won't you?" he asked sarcastically, his face twitching again. "Guards!" 4 jailers hurried into the room, which was now crammed with people. "Hold on to the old man," he said to 2 men who moved to grab father. "And you 2, give the sinner a drink." "Please, my son, she's innocent," my father pleaded. At a nod from Aurangzeb, one of the guards cuffed father. A pair of my brother's underlings grabbed me and roughly dragged me to the wash basin, a porcelain tub filled with water. "I've done nothing! Drink up!" he roared. The men forced me to my knees and dunked my head beneath the water. I struggled against them, but might as well have fought the tide. Still I thrashed, banging my head several times against the basin. When at last I could hold my breath no longer, I was abruptly yanked from the water. I gasped, and I gasped again. "Who is he?" Aurangzeb demanded, pulling my hair, raising me up. I said nothing and was again thrown beneath the water. I struggled less this time, but when I began to black out, I kicked with my legs and clawed with my nails. This time they held me longer, gripping my hair, forcing me to the tub's bottom. I hardly fought them, but opened my eyes and saw the light all around me. My lungs finally expanded, and I inhaled a mouthful of water. Convulsing, I threw myself against my tormentors, managing to knock the basin over. I was unaware of it falling, only myself coughing up water and dropping to the stone floor. Slowly, the world gathered into focus. Aurangzeb had unsheathed his sword and stood above me. "Give me the answer, I see, Johanna, or lose a hand." His voice possessed less of an edge as he now tried to speak to me as a brother. "Please, brother," I begged, my voice cracking and strained. The blade dropped to my hand. Its tips traced the contours of a knuckle, and though I felt nothing, I saw blood seep from my skin. Aurangzeb's face twitched again. He seemed unable to control it. "His name! Give me his name and you'll live." "Hold her arm." Wait, I sobbed. I tried to rise, but my legs were as strong as strings. "His name!" I gulped for breath, and Aurangzeb lifted his sword. I shrieked as the blade began no gesture to resist his blade. Twisting toward Mecca, I prayed for an easy